Okay, I'm here with the bad boy turned good, Mr. Daniel Day Kim, who plays Jin in Lost. Daniel, thank you for coming to see us today.
It's my pleasure.
Can you first tell me what it was about the role of Jin that attracted you?
Wow. Well, I guess more than the role, it was the idea of the project itself. You know, like J.J. Abrams was involved right from the start, and I had an idea of what kind of project they were trying to make and the scope of it, and I thought there aren't many opportunities out there for Asian male actors to kind of do something where they portray their own nationality, and so I thought it would be great to explore.
When we first saw you, you weren't talking any English at all.
Right.
It was just Korean. How was it to begin with, just acting in Korean amongst all the American actors?
You know, it's the first time I'd ever done it, you know, even though the stereotype is that, you know, if you're Asian, you're always going to play, you know, delivery boys and things like that. I'd actually never acted in Korean before, so it was a big challenge. It was kind of interesting. I thought it was great that on American television that they would have a couple that doesn't speak any English. It was a great idea, I thought, and I think it's kind of paid off.
And then how refreshing was it finally to start acting in English?
It was a tall, cool glass of water on a hot day.
One of my most memorable scenes that you were in was the one when you were trying to get to the helicopter.
Right.
Yeah, that was quite a moving scene.
It was a great scene because I knew that the audience was going to think that Jin was dead afterwards, and so I knew the kind of impact that scene was going to have. And at the time, I knew that my character was going to survive. So the challenge was really to find, you know, how to play that scene in such a way that it left it ambiguous enough that people would question.
At the end of season 5, Sun and Jin still haven't found each other. So obviously, can we expect them to be reunited in season 6?
I don't know that you can expect it. You can hope it, but you know, in this show, there are so few things that any of us can expect that I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the other way. You know, where they never see each other and it becomes something unrequited. Anything's possible.
There's such a different diversity of characters and origins of the cast.
Yeah.
How unique is that?
Thankfully, it's less and less unique every day. You know, I think it's great that I've seen so many other American shows and even shows in England where there's more diversity now. And you know, what role Lost played in that, I'm not sure, but I will say that, you know, I think the diversity in our show lends to its appeal, both in America and all over the world.
What was the reaction from the Korean community?
The Korean community now is really proud of the fact that there are, you know, 2 Korean speakers on American television. I think that would be true of any country that was well represented, and they're no exception.
It feels like we're gearing up for a battle between good and evil in season 6. Would you agree with that?
The real question is, what is good and what is evil? You know, so many things on our show are not. It's not really black and white, good and evil. It's what do you believe in that will determine which side you're on. You
spent some time in London.
I did.
You were playing in the Royal Albert Hall, The King and I, am I correct?
Yeah, it's a tiny, small, little intimate theater, the Royal Albert Hall.
Special place.
It's incredible. I mean, 5,000 seats. I don't think I'll ever play to a venue that large in my career again, you know. And I think about the fact that when I was in drama school, if you took every audience I ever played to for every production I was ever in, you probably could still fit them into one performance of The King and I at the Albert Hall. So it gives you an idea of the size and scope of that place, and not to mention the storied history. It's iconic.
Any memorable experiences?
So many. I really like that city. You know, I walked everywhere, and it felt like I was back in New York. I had some great meals. I met some fantastic people. You know, I took a riverboat cruise up the Thames, and I really enjoyed that, and just fantastic stories. And I would just go to restaurants and, you know, in different neighborhoods and just plop down and have a meal and get to know people. I thought that was fantastic.
I suspect you were definitely recognized by a lot of the fans out there.
I was, but, you know, everyone was exceedingly polite and really gracious, so it wasn't a problem at all. Since
you've been here in Hawaii, you've kind of settled here, am I right in saying that?
Yeah. You know, I really like it here. I have children, and they're now kind of attending schools here. Not kind of attending schools here. They are attending schools here, and you know, the community's really embraced our whole family. So it's a great place to live.
And I heard that you've got the best burger joint in town.
I don't know about that, but I am part owner of a burger joint here, and if you get a chance, it's right up the street. So
what's the secret to a good burger?
Great ingredients, I think, and a lot of choice. We have over 100 toppings that you can put on your burger, and you select them all. So, you know, if you get a bad burger, it's only because you made it that way.
Fantastic. You heard that? If you come to Hawaii, you need to go and check out Daniel's restaurant. What's it called?
The Counter.
One last thing I'm going to ask you to do for us, please, Daniel.
Sure.
If you could look directly into that camera and give a message to the fans who watch Lost every week. Give them something to look forward to in season 6.
Wow. Well, first of all, thanks to all the British fans who have watched our show. I've been there a few times since the show started, and it's been great to see how many people have really embraced the show, and literally me at times on the street. So thanks for all your support. I think this season on Lost, I can tell you for sure that you're going to get a lot of answers to long simmering questions, and I think you'll be pretty satisfied.
And can you say one more thing? Tune in to Lost on Sky1 HD.
Sure. I'm Daniel Dae Kim. I play Jin Soo Kwon on Lost. Tune in to Lost on Sky1 HD.
Daniel, thank you very, very much.
You got it.
Thanks for coming. Thank
It's
you
a
very
pleasure.
much.